Hello and welcome back to our video series on 9 tips to stay in charge of your career, the importance of never leaving your livelihood in someone else's hands. If you missed video 1 and 2, make sure to take a listen. They are linked to this video because they contain tips 1 through 6. Today we're going to focus on tips 7, 8, and 9. Let's jump right in. Tip number 7, make sure to update your resume regularly. This is important because often what happens with a lot of people is you'll take a course, a workshop, you will take on a new project at work, you will take on a new assignment at work, or you will go back to school, but it's not reflected on your resume. And your resume is a snapshot of who you are professionally. It is a snapshot of what you have to offer professionally. And so you want to make sure that you're keeping your resume as updated as possible. And in addition to updating your resume, you should create what I call a professional portfolio, which is a lengthier snapshot of who you are professionally. And here's where you can go into more details about assignments that you have taken on, about new projects that you have spearheaded, about new ideas that you have brought forth that have saved the company money and time that are trackable, because this gives you even more than a snapshot, but more details about what you bring to the table, how you add value to your company in very specific, concrete, and trackable ways. And so you want to make sure that you're creating a professional portfolio. This is important because when it's time to ask for a raise, when it is time to go for that promotion, you want to be able to justify why you're asking for that raise. When your boss says, well, why should we give you a raise? Or they're ambivalent about giving you that promotion and they say something along the lines like, we don't think you're ready to fill that type of position. And you can show them in clear black and white by way of your professional portfolio that you are more than ready because of the assignments that you have spearheaded, the projects that you have led, the ideas that you put forth that have saved the company time, money, and added value to the company in a trackable way. So this really allows you to have more negotiating power. And even if you have hit a glass ceiling in your company, having a professional portfolio will help you when you're interviewing for other jobs to be able to talk about the ways that you have added value in your prior jobs and how you are innovative and forward thinking, and you take the initiative and you are strategic, and how you'll be able to bring that same energy, those same set of skills to the new job that you are applying for. Tip number 8, go on interviews. Even if you love your job, go on interviews at least once a year. Interview with other companies at least once a year. This is a really, really strategic thing to do, because when you save the responses from the company, and remember to save them in your personal email, not your professional email that your supervisor and your company has access to. When you save the responses from the company, you're going to get a sense of where you are in the marketplace. So whether you got an offer from a company, then you know in the event that your job no longer serves you well, you know that you have options, and you know this clearly and concretely because you have a job offer that lets you know that other companies want what you have to offer. This is important because this reminds you that you have options, that you are not limited in the event that the company is going in a direction that doesn't serve you well. And when you don't get offers and you get a rejection letter, this is important information, because this is also going to be helpful information to tell you where you need to grow, what you need to work on, and where you need to focus in terms of professional development. So whether you're getting an offer or whether you're getting rejection letters, either way, it's going to be information that you can use for your professional development and your continuous learning. And it gives you an idea of where you are in the marketplace. So this is very, very important, because what happens is sometimes people get very comfortable at a job and they don't go on interviews. And then if the job goes in a different direction or lets them go out of the blue, they're like a fish out of water, because all they know is that one job that they've been at for 5 years, for 10 years, for 20 years. And so just seeing where you stand in the marketplace will also build your confidence. And even if you get rejection letters, don't let that hinder your confidence, because use it as feedback, so that you can really look at, what do I need to do to step up my game? What do I need to do to develop professionally, to hone in on my skills, to refine my skills? Maybe I don't come across as confident in interviews and I need to take a public speaking class. So it's still going to be information that you can use to raise your game. Number 8. Number 9, and this is very important. So this is our final tip. If your company is going in a different direction, or if your job is becoming toxic, just the company culture is becoming toxic, right? And you have done everything possible to try to make a change, right? And you have come to the conclusion that it is time for you to leave that company. But you don't want to leave, let's say, without having another job. So what you're now doing is you're interviewing consistently to try to secure something. Don't tell anyone at your job your plans. Do not. Even if you have someone that thinks they know and they ask you, oh, it seems like you're looking for another job, do not confirm it. It's none of their business. And so don't tell anyone at your job your plans. Don't talk negatively about the company. Don't talk negatively about your supervisor. The walls at most companies have ears, and alliances can change at the drop of a dime. The person who you think is your closest buddy at the job can be the very person who is your competitor at the job. And so you have to be mindful. And even if you're not competing with them, you are not in anyone else's mind to know that they're not competing with you. And so this is where discretion and just using a little bit of our common sense is going to go a long way. And so this is where you're going to move in silence, and you are doing all that you need to do to try to secure a new job if you've come to that decision. Don't tell anyone else your plans, because you want to make sure that you have securely lined something up while you have a paycheck in place before your company makes other plans for you. And tip number 10, I know I said it was 9 tips. Take care of your mental health. Take care of your mental health. I can't tell you how many people have worked at a job for 25 years, been loyal to the job, and as soon as they retire, give it a year or two, they collapse and they're dead. So make sure to take care of your mental health, your physical health. Do the things that make you happy. Take all of your vacation time. You work for it. You're not stealing from the company. So when you signed on to the company, however many vacation days you get, take your vacation days. When you need sick days, a mental health day is a sick day. And so make sure that you are taking your time. You have a life outside of work. Enjoy your life. Find some hobbies. Do the things that bring you joy. Make sure that you have self-care strategies in place. Even a 3-minute breathing exercise that you can do on especially stressful days at work. So that's tip number 10. Take care of your health, both mental, physical, and emotional. So that's 3, not both, but mental, physical, and emotional. Make sure that you are taking care of your health holistically. And I would encourage you also take care of your spiritual health. Come to church by phone, where you will be refreshed, where you will feel renewed, and where you will get biblical strategies to navigate this life with biblical wisdom, resilience, and grace. So there you have it. I also want to say a big thank you to everyone who came out, all the beautiful, fabulous ladies, the beautiful queens who came out to our Fix My Crown Sis workshop that we had this past Saturday, October 12th, 2024, live in New York City. We had a wonderful time. It was such an honor and a blessing to meet so many powerhouse women. And I just can't wait to see what God is going to do. I know some of you have ministries in your belly, and that's why the warfare has been crazy, because you have ministries in your belly. Some of you will be birthing businesses. Many of you are breaking generational curses, and we are just moving forward in purpose and destiny at an accelerated level. And so I'm excited. I can't wait to hear the testimonies of what God is doing in your life, and the testimonies of how you have really walked in a more powerful and phenomenal way as a result of the Fix My Crown Sis workshop. And we definitely will have more live events to come, so stay tuned. And if you haven't made any of our live events, it's been a while, so this is the first live event, the one that we just had this past Saturday, that we have had since I think 2018. But we definitely will be doing more live events, so definitely you want to come on out, because there's something about being in the room in person, and it's a different energy of being in the room in person, meeting like-minded people, and being in a safe space where you really can release some things so that you can grab hold of some new things. So have an amazing week. Keep your head up. Don't let anybody take your crown. Don't let anybody bring you down. God bless you. Also check out our resources. We have some amazing resources that will help you to really begin to strategically move through this life with power. So take care of yourselves, and let's do our best to be kind to one another. No matter who you are, you will have haters. John 15 verse 18 says, if the world hates you, know that it hated Jesus first. So if you have haters, know that God is greater than your haters. Lately you've been feeling the weight of your haters coming at you with their envy and their hate, scheming against you, throwing mud on your name. But God's gonna work it out despite their lies and game. God is greater, so much greater than your haters. God is greater, don't give up, it'll pay off later. God is greater, through the pain you're a giant slayer. Let the haters hate while you elevate. Pay no mind to the critics, be about your goals. Keep rising, keep shining. Your haters can't stop no show. They can hate all they want to. Remember you are blessed. Never let a hater see you sweat, 'cause this is just a test. God is greater, so much greater than your haters. God is greater, don't give up, it'll pay off later. God is greater, through the pain you're a giant slayer. Let the haters hate while you elevate. Don't let the negativity poison your mind. Run your race with grace, one day at a time. They can laugh and they can mock you, but you won't miss a beat. When people don't receive you, shake the dust off your feet. God is greater, so much greater